Now let's see. It says that I am live. Okay, I can see it. Let me remove this one. Okay. I hope that you all can see me okay. Let me double check to make sure that we're streaming on YouTube just fine. So that way we can avoid, okay, we're up and I am live. All right, great. Just a little bit of a technical difficulty there, no problem. I'm setting up my camera over here to make sure that I'm able to answer anyone's questions. Actually, I'm going to bring this down off of my desk and kind of bring it right here. So that way it's not in the way and I have it close enough to where if you ask any questions while I'm streaming, I can just go right here and answer them for you, either in the text, in the chat, or I can answer them for you here on live. So just in case you missed it, what's up? My name is Aurelia Nguyen. I'm an author, publisher, and book design specialist. I'm so excited to be here today to share with you some of the knowledge and experience that I have from the book design world. Today, we're going to be creating a book design template together that you can use for your own projects. I'll also be sharing some tips and tricks as well to help you make your book look amazing. You may notice that throughout this workshop, I may not be looking at the camera. That is what happens when you run a full broadcast yourself. I've got comments over here that I'm checking. I've got my notes over here to make sure everything runs smoothly. I've got my production set up over there as well as my workspace. And so we have a couple things going on. Just extend a little bit of grace. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into this.
Miss Nguyen checking in.
That's me, Miss Nguyen. Also, I'm so excited to let you know that the template we are creating today is going to be made available for purchase. And so this template is perfect for self-publishers and beginner book designers. It's easy to use and it will be available for purchase at my website for a limited time launch discount. So be sure to check that out. This page will go live, like I said, shortly after this workshop. I will be updating the details under this video with the link to this page, as well as the link to my book design services that I offer on Fiverr. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves set up in InDesign. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open our InDesign tabs. Can open up our InDesign application, and let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to go ahead and click on New File. Okay, get our stuff set up. I'm going to set this one up as book template version number 1. We're going to be using inches for the sake of this video. I'm going to leave this here, 5 pages. We'll start at page 1, leave the facing pages on. I have my column gutter already set up and my margins already set up. These things can be changed after the fact. Sometimes when you have more than a certain amount of pages, you have to change these, but that's okay. Today, I'm going to show you how we can set up our document so that way making these changes is not going to be so time consuming. And so we want to make sure that everything that we're doing sets us up to go through our book design process with ease. Book designing can take a lot of time, especially when you're new at it. And so the purpose of this video is to simplify it, help you cut back on some time, as well as provide a resource for you that you can use as a foundation. And if it's just too much, don't forget that you can contact me and we can work together. All right, so now that we've got this open, let's go ahead and I want to, let me check my notes really quick. I think I want to go ahead, and pull in the text and get into the second section, which is typography. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do, I thought I was going to do it off camera, but I'm going to show you here because I think you'll find this to be helpful. Instead of copying and pasting the text, we're going to go to file and we're going to scroll down to place. You also can just do Command D if you have a Mac to pull that in. We're going to go to place, and I already have a document ready to use for this workshop. What we're going to do is we're going to hold down the Shift key before we drop our text. What this does is it adds any additional pages that we need to our document. So if you didn't see, when we first got started, we only started with 5 pages. Now, we know that most books are longer than 5 pages. And so this is just a little trick that you can do to make sure that when you're placing your document, it can insert all of the pages. I'm going to show you what happens if you forget to hit the Shift key and you just simply place it. That's okay. What you will see is that red little box down there. Let me zoom in. You can see this little red box, and that just means that there's more text to be placed, right? And so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to hit the Shift key. So that way it inserts all of the text. Okay, and so let me zoom in so that way you can have a better view of it. All right, so now we have our text there. Okay, so one thing, well, not one thing, a couple of things to keep in mind when placing or when making changes to the text as far as like the font and the different font type is just that, right? You want to make sure that you're using fonts that are that look well with each other. Okay, we're creating essentially a work of art. Okay, you want to make sure, especially if you're doing this for someone else, that your book not only that the book not only looks good to yourself, but that it looks good to readers, right? And so we want to make sure that we are doing that. We also want to make sure that we're not using too many fonts here because, again, it's all about having something that is aesthetically pleasing to the reader as well as looks professional. And so you're not going to want to have too many different texts here because that just looks crowded. It looks unprofessional. self-publishing authors already have a bad rep as far as, there being a stigma being that self-published books do not look as good as professionally published books. Well, guess what? We are changing the narrative of that, and we are aligning ourselves and making sure that we're doing things to make sure that we put out books that look good, right? So we got our text in. You can see that, we're gonna, while in the next section, we are gonna talk about actually laying out the book. We're gonna be going through and changing up some of this, but I just, for that section, the main takeaway was just placing the text and using some of those tricks that I just showed you. So that way you cut down on time. Imagine how much time it would take you to just simply copy and paste and copy and paste and then going back and forth. And if you do not have multiple screens, man, forget about it. That's going to take you a whole lot of time. And so to cut back on time with placing your text, you're just going to want to use that nifty little trick that I showed you. All right, moving on to the layout. All right, section 3, layout. Okay, so the layout of the book is really what's going to make or break it. So you're just moving things around. We're going to update the font. Like I said, we're going to move things around to where they are supposed to go. And so, of course, with this, now keep in mind, if you know that you are going to want to take this printed, this, what am I trying to say? If you know that you are going to want to convert this copy into an ebook, you're going to want to make sure that you kind of get ahead of yourself and that you set up your printed document in a way that makes it easy and a little bit more seamless to convert this to a ebook. And so I'm going to show you some of those things here. Today, we're not going to go over the creation of an ebook. If you would like, and if you're interested, I can show you during another workshop how to turn this very template and use what we did today to create an ebook. And so let me know in the comments if you would like that. Otherwise, we're going to keep rocking. All right, so I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. And you can kind of place it to your liking. Of course, everything that I'm showing here can be changed. Again, that's the purpose of me providing this template for you, is for you to change it however you see fit. And so the title of the book is usually a little bit bigger than by the author name. Again, this is just preference. You can do what you would like to do. So this is the title of the book. This is not the cover. And in this workshop, we are not going to be working on covers. However, I do know how to put text on covers. Again, if that's something that you would like to see, let me know in the comment section and I can show you also how to do that. So if you'll notice, this example did not include the copyrights page. A lot of times, if you are a beginning book designer, you will notice that some authors do not include the copyright page. No problem. If you look to this side right here and you open up your pages tab, you can simply add another page. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go down here and create a new page. So that moves that over. And I'm just, let me zoom out so I can see my screen better. I'm just going to drag this text box open. And I'm going to press Control and then click. And I'm going to fill it with placeholder text. Obviously, we don't need it to look like that, but this is just to hold the place of copyright text. So I'm just simply going to enter that copyright information goes here, right? That's the direction of that. You can have your copyright start at the top. Your copyright can go towards the bottom. However you want it to go, you do that. I'm going to have this go towards the bottom. The next page is going to be the dedication page. And so I want this to be centered. I don't want it to be bold. So also you will notice that when you insert the document, it will pull in, that's not how I wanted to do that. It will pull in the fonts if the font is available in InDesign and it's available in the Word document or however the initial document was created, it will pull in the font as well as the page, like how the page was arranged. And so what I'm going to show you is to show you the hidden characters. And so you can see here, like, that's a paragraph break. And then this thing here that I'm highlighting, that's a page break. And oh, you can't see it. So that's a page break right there. And these are going to be really important when it comes to ebook design. But again, let's stay focused. We are working with print. Okay. So I want the dedication to be more centered. And I want it to start with dedicated to. And I want this to be a little bit bigger than the rest of the text. Okay. Boom. So far, so good. And then if they have anything else like a preface or a table of contents, of course you can add those pages here. However, I'm going to show you a little trick with the table of contents. I'm going to show you here in just a second. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to go ahead and drop a couple of blank pages here to leave room for the table of contents. Now, when it comes to book design, and I always have to explain this to my clients, that the left side of the page when you are designing books is usually the back of the page, and the right side of the page is usually the front. And so when you look at most professionally designed books, the chapter starts where? The chapter starts on the right page. Never do you see, in some cases, like I have never seen a book that the chapter starts on the back of the page. And so with that in mind, you're going to want to bring your chapter to the right side of the page. Right? And so this is how it looks so far. This is what we've done. We have added the title, copyright, dedication. We're going to put our table of contents here. We can just mark it just for the sake of labeling our pages. We're going to put table of contents. We're not going to create this right away. I'm going to show you. Let me go ahead and save this. I thought I did. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. Okay, so we kind of got a little something going here. Okay, and so your next step would be to go and make sure that all of your pages that are chapter titles are starting on the right page, and you can do that by simply entering a page. Does that mean that you're going to have some blank pages? Yes, and that's okay, right? Because we said already that the pages that are on the left side of the book are going to be on the back. And so generally people don't care that the back of the page is blank. Okay, so same thing here. What is that? So I'm going to add a page there. All right, now we have it looks great. Okay, I'm going to save that. I highly recommend you save your work periodically, just in case anything happens with your computer. You don't want to lose all of your hard work that you had been working on. All right. So let me see. Okay. So that looks great. So now I want to talk to you all about something that I've kind of just learned about. And so bear with me. We're going to talk about master pages as a way to save you so much time. All right. All right, master pages. Miss Wynn, where do you find these master pages? Great question. Oh my God, I'm so glad that you asked. So as you see, we're here in pages. I just don't think that there's a way for me to zoom in, or else I would zoom in on this for you. But right in this area, pages, boom, right? You see a parent. So you're gonna want to open this, right? So now we're in, are we in? We're in, right? So you don't see like this is it. Okay, we're in our master pages. So things that you can create master pages for is going to be your cover. If there's a certain way that you always set up covers, you're going to want to go ahead and create a master page for that here. You can do that there. We could have created a title page using this. That way, all we have to do is turn on our master page, or I'll show you how to apply it here in just a second so that way you understand what I mean when I say turn on master page. And then again, for your copyright page, you can have a master page for that. You can have a master page for your table of contents. And for the chapter opener, you can have a master page for that, as well as your regular body pages. And so for this particular workshop, we are going to create our chapter opener master page, and we are going to create our regular body pages in our master pages. So I'm just going to, I hit control and I clicked on the page there. I'm going to do new parent. Okay, everything's fine there. We're just going to go like that. That's parent B. And then we're going to do another one. Okay. So A is just going to be A. We'll use A parent for, we're going to call this, come on. Hang on. Let me go back here. I want to rename it. Name parent. Okay. So, hang on. No, cancel. Hang on, let me see. All right. You know what? It really might not matter. Let me see. Name parent. Okay, it says prefix. Oh, actually, maybe you don't have to name it, but I do. So let me see. Oh, so that's for a new one. All right. How do we want to do this? Do we want to name them, or do we want to leave the letters? It's really up to you. Just know that you have the option. I'm actually going to leave the letters. We know that letter A is the front matter. Letter B, we're going to use for chapter headings. The chapter openers. And then parent C is going to be for the body text. All right, so let's go to parent B. So we want all of our chapters to kind of start midway. And so I'm going to be using grid lines, which you can get. Let me zoom in. Let me see if it will do it. Sometimes it wants to act a little funky. And so you just got to keep playing with it until it works. And so I zoomed in. And you see, I just kind of grabbed this blue line out of thin air. It looks like I did, but I pulled it down from the ruler. You see that? Okay, I'm going to zoom out because what's important here is I want to make sure that I'm setting up my document in a way that it's going to be easy for me to format pages later. So I got to put my glasses on. All right, let's go. So we're using the ruler and I kind of want to leave some white space. The white space is good. It just creates a little room. And so I think I want the chapter title to go in between 2 and 3. So I'm going to actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want the text tool. And if by chance you're watching this and you're like, girl, there's a better way to do this, go ahead and drop it in the comments and let us know. There's no gatekeeping going on here. All right, so chapter title, chapter number / title, right? And we can make this a little bit bigger and centered. Okay. Sometimes, you know, we'll see. We're going to go with this for now. All right. And then I want to bring a line down for where I want the text to actually start. So I think do you think that's too much space? I might bring this down. That might be too much space. And of course, you can play with it to your liking. Yeah. I just know I'm going to delete this blue line here, actually. For me, sometimes it's important that you at least have a starting point, right? So let me zoom in here for you. That you at least have a starting point, because sometimes the chapters can be longer. Some chapter titles might be longer than the others. And so you're going to want to make sure that they at least all start at the same place. Or I mean, they end at the same place, right? Okay, so that looks good. And we see that we're going to have our text start there. So that looks fine. Let me insert some not fake, placeholder text. Okay. So that's there. So that's our chapter opener. Boom. Okay. Now let's go back to the regular pages. Okay. Boom. All right. So you can't see our master pages, but they are there. And what I want to do is I want to go to where I have the chapter openers. Okay. I want to go to where I already kind of place the chapter openers and apply that parent page. And let's see what happens. Again, I'm going to hit control and then I'm going to click the page and I'm going to do apply parent to pages. So apply parent to page. I should have seen what other ones they were, but we're going to go like this. Boom. Okay, so you can see that there it's showing you kind of as a guide where to place your stuff. Okay, we're going to go here, apply parent page. B. Apply parent page. B. Boop. There it is. Okay. And so then after you do that, you just move your stuff around accordingly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to go back in here and I'm actually going to delete this placeholder text. I think that you can see, like, I don't need that to show up here. Okay. So just that text in the beginning was there just to kind of show you how it's going to look. Okay. Now that we've got that done, we can go back and delete there. So we know, right? And you can leave it if you need it and just delete it later. So we know that we want all of our text to start there, and we're gonna take that out. I pressed Command C to, or what did I do? I think I might have pressed Command X to, I did. I pressed Command X to cut the title out of there. And then I pressed Command C to place that there. So let me go ahead, bring that up. And another thing, so I forgot to mention, let's see, I forgot to mention that, so you're going to want to make sure for consistency that you define the different styles that you use in your document. So this is what I mean. Let me go back here to properties and get off pages. So earlier we talked about font and font size and font type. So we want to make sure that all of our titles are the same, right? It's important for your titles as well as your body text to be consistent. Inconsistency is a tell sign of a self-published book that has just been totally DIY by someone that might not be aware of what they're doing. And so don't let that be you. You want to make sure that your book looks good, and that you get good reviews from it. You know, one of the most wonderful things that I love hearing from my clients is that they say, you know, Aurelia, someone said that my book looked so amazing. And so, okay, sorry, I didn't show you what I did there. So I copied it. And then I went right here to this little guy, the little plus sign here. These ones, it just says redefine style, which you can do that, which just clears the style that was already inputted. You can do that, and that gets rid of everything, all of the formatting that was already pre-done. You can do that, so that way you can do what you need to do. So you've seen I just clicked on that little thing, the addition, and then I'm going to edit it. And I'm going to name this chapter titles. And for the chapter titles, I want them to be a little bit bigger. I think I want them to be 30. Let's see. I'm going to scoot this over some. I know it's off the screen, but you can still see what I'm doing, right? Okay, and then you can preview that. Okay, so let's see how big do we want it to be. I think I want it to be 30, and I also think I want it to be all caps, and I think I also want it to be centered. So I just follow along, right? Okay, and we'll hit okay. Boop. So now we got our chapter titles. Okay, and then body text. So we want to make sure we define our body text, and I want to highlight this. Oh, okay. We're going to wait a minute. Let me just highlight that. As you can see, when I placed that parent page, it moved our text around. And this is usual. Don't worry. Just handle it page by page. And that's what we're doing here. Okay. What we're doing is going to make this so easy to go back and fix those errors that you are seeing. All right. We want to go ahead and set this up. So new paragraph style, edit, we're going to say body text. It's at 20. We want to bring it down maybe to 16. The leading, if you have it on automatic, it will change by itself. So the leading really is just the space between the lines. And so to make sure that the book is readable, has good readability, you want to make sure that there's space in between the lines. Also, one of the things that I like to turn off when I'm formatting is the hyphens. You don't want there to be so many hyphens. You kind of want, like, if it's a longer word, you want it to start on a separate line. And so that's what I'm doing here is I'm turning off the hyphenations. It's going to make it so that there's not so many. And it will start on a separate line. Boom, there it is. Okay, and then you want to, let me go back into body text. I'm looking for it. I want to do left justify. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave everything else, I think. Let me see. Okay, that's what it looks like. Some other things that you can do to make sure that things are set up and they look good. What I'm gonna do is I want to see. All right, go back here. I want to make sure that, where is it? Indent and spacing. Line before indent. Okay. First line indent, right? So we want to make sure there's some space. I think 0.5 looks good. You can play around with that. And let me see, space after. Hang on. Okay. Okay, I actually have never played with that, so let me do that alone. Boom, done. All right. Okay, that's there. Okay, so you can see that was applied to that. I'm gonna take the chance to save this right now. Okay, so now we have our body and our chapter. So now that we have those defined, we're gonna go through here and apply those font settings to this document. Okay, so I just went and copied all of that. Body text, okay, that's there. What happened? Okay. Okay. Body text. As you can see, we have that little thing there again, telling us that we need to add another page. So we're going to add another page at the end of the document. We're going to click on that little red button. We're going to hit the Shift key, drop that down there. Boom. You know what I'm going to do? I am gonna take off, let me see, it's this one, right? It's this one. So you can take off the parent page that you just put. I'm gonna put it back to to A. Bring that up some. And we're actually gonna work on this in just a second because I want to, there, okay. I want to show you. All right, we got it. We're doing it. Okay, so we got that done. What else? Boom, we got that in there. Let's go ahead and change this. Okay. We want to do body text. See, look at that. Okay. I'm going to save it. Chapter title. Boom. Chapter titles. Okay. Chapter titles. Boom. Got it. Okay. And you can easily go through and do that. And that should have been done in our typography section. But either way, we're rocking and we're rolling and we're going with it. Okay. So this is our first page. We've got that set up. Something else that I want to do on the first page is to make sure, the chapter opener is to make sure that we leave some space at the bottom for page numbers or wherever you want your page numbers to go, right? So in some cases, there are headers and footers, which could be your page number, or you can include your headers at the top of the page. And so you're going to want to leave room for that. And it's really up to you. I want to say in the past, I have included headers on the chapter title page, but for the sake of this workshop, I'm not going to include it here, but I will include the page number at the bottom. I'm trying to think if that's what I want to do. I think so. We might change it. Though. I think for right now, this is how we're going to do it. Okay, so I just put a text box right there. I can hit Control, click it, insert special character, markers, current page number. You see it? Oh, you can't see it. There it is. All right. Going to bring this to the center. And there we go. That's the page number. I also want to go to the master page for the body text, which is parent C parent. Okay. And again, earlier we were talking about white space. And so one of the things that I see some authors make the mistake of is having their text start at the tippy top of this page. Yes, what I created here, these purple and pink lines there is to make sure that your text is within like the printing area. And so that's what that's for. That's what the margins and things are for. If you get text outside of this purple line, that means that your text might be in between the crack of the book and your text might not be able to be read. Okay. And so I'm going to zoom out because I think I want to start the text around 1 because, or maybe even a little bit further down. I might want to start it down here because remember, we're going to be including headers on this. And this is formatted for a fiction genre. However, if you're formatting any other genre, check and see. This might be a preference. This also might be something that the author does not want to have. And so just check and see what they would like. I always include it. And if they tell me, oh, really, I don't want that, I take it off. It's no big deal. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so Control, insert, special character, current page number. I want this to be in the center. Okay, I'm going to hit this to make it centered in the thing. Did you see what I did? I hit this one. You can't see the page number. Okay, there's the page number right there. So I'm just going to copy and paste. Boom. Move that there. Okay. We got it. We got our page numbers and we've got where we're going to start our text. We can go ahead and, because I kind of want it to be the same size, although it's not going to be page numbers. I just want it to be kind of the same size. So I'm going to delete that and I'm going to put title of the book, name of the author. You can also do chapter title, name of the author or chapter title, name of the book, whatever you decide can go like that. You also could have put the page numbers up there as well. But this is how I'm doing it. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. All right. I think our master pages are created now. We got, okay, that's B. This is C. All right. Now let's see. Let's give them a shot. So this is B. So this one already, remember when we had already done that? So I'm going to pull this up, right? Okay, check that out. Look at that. You see? Let me zoom in. You see how that is? So that's a page number there. And where did I stop with this? Let me go back to this here. Because I did not. Did I? Yeah, I did. Let me see. I want to make sure that these page numbers all start at the same place. I'm going to actually copy that. I'm going to pull it into parent B to make sure. That's the last thing that we need happening is that. All right. We're going to save it. Let's go back here. Got it. And you see I left a little space in between. We want that. So I want to make sure, let me see where that space is. I want to make sure that I keep it pretty consistent. So it's just a little bit above the 8. Let me zoom in so we can see where exactly. Ooh, that might be too much. Okay. So 7.89. I don't know if you guys can see that. 7.89. Got it. All right. So I want to go back here because this is going to be, oh no, this is page opener. So we want to make sure that our page opener has this baseline 7.89. 7.88. 7.9. All right, let's do 7.9. I'm gonna go back over there and change that when I get there. I'm gonna copy this, copy, and I'm gonna do control and then click, and then I'm gonna hit paste in place. Oh, what happened? No, that didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, you know what? Forget that. Let's just go ahead and grab the line again, bring it down to 7.9. Got it. Okay, now let's go back here. I'm gonna delete the line. Okay, you can kind of see, I can bring it down just a smidgen. Bam. Okay, got it. All right, we're doing great. So this is what we've got so far. Okay. Now, that's a page opener. Now we want to apply our body parents to the body text. And so as you see, I just clicked on both like the page numbers here, 8 and 9, and it lit up these. And so what I'm going to do is to apply the parent page to all of those. I can literally, actually, I think I'm going to click on specifically page 8 and hit the shift key and then click on page 12 here. So that way it lights up those body pages that I want to apply the body parent master page to. I hope this is making sense. If it's not making sense, let me know, ask some questions, and I will be able to answer those for you. All right, so apply parent pages 8 through 12. We want to apply parent page B. Okay, so then we can just go. No, we want to apply parent page C. Sorry. Okay, got it. So you see we need to make some adjustments with our text. And we can do that. I'm going to zoom in so that way you can see. Bring this down. Bring this up. Where is it? Oh, I only did it on one side. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, I see that. Oh, what? Okay, boom. Now we have it on both sides. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, we got it. We got it. Let me zoom in. Bring that down there. And then we just begin placing it. Just edit it like that. Bring these down. Bring this up. Can you, is there a faster way to do this than one by one? You know there is. Okay, I'm going to show you with the next chapter. Okay, so we got this. Let me zoom in to make sure I get this right. Okay. Okay. So we actually want, let me go to pages. I'm going to delete this. Delete that. I don't want that to have parent page B on it. I'm going to change it to parent page C. You see how we did that? And just bring that down like that. Okay. Got it. Perfect. Perfect. So we did the first chapter. Congrats. We got the first chapter done. And it might have seemed like it took a lot of time, but trust me, we are killing so much time together by doing it this way. Of course, the more that you do it, you can maybe find your own flow of how you want to do things. All right. So this is the second chapter. Of course, we know that we already said when you start a new chapter, where does it start? It starts on the right side of the page. So we want to enter. Okay, that didn't go where I wanted it to go. What happened? Boom, I'm just going to move it to where I wanted that to go. There we go. Now we have that there. So what do? We add the master page for this. Add parent to page, and we're going to wind this down. It's pretty much straightforward from here. Okay, what happened? Oh, I applied it to the wrong thing. Okay, make sure you're applying your pages to the right thing. All right, apply parent page. B is the chapter openers. So you see, you need to bring this down, bring this up, take this out, bring up. Oh God. 2. Okay. Command V drops that text there for me. Open that back up. Okay. We said that it's important that they all stop at the same place. Okay, there we go. We're going to save that. Now we are going to apply the body text, the body master page here. I didn't mean to do that. So 16, and then I'm going to hit shift to page 20. Then I'm going to hit control, apply parent to pages. It's parent C for the body pages. Remember that? Okay. And then I told you a couple minutes ago that I was going to show you a quicker way to do these body pages. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have both of these highlighted. What I did was I just simply pressed down and you can see this box thing up here moving. And I'm going to expand it so that way I touch both of these text boxes. And that allows me to work with both of them to kind of cut down on time. And you can do that for each one. You see there? You see there? Okay. All right. We've got that. Now, okay, again, here we are with this guy again. You already know what to do in that case. And so this is what we've got going on. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's do the chapter, the table of contents, y'all. We almost forgot that. We almost forgot to do the table of contents. How? All right. No problem. So remember earlier when we created those paragraph styles, they're really going to come in handy for our table of contents. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to show you a different way to do table of contents. And this is going to be so helpful. I'm so excited. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to go, I believe it's layout. Yeah, layout, table of contents. Click on that. Y'all, look at that. You can just create your table of contents right here. I think I'm going to leave, that on. We're going to put table of contents. Do I want it to be the same size as the chapter titles? It can be. We can change it. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So, style in the table of contents include paragraph styles. So, we named our chapter, we named the paragraph style for our chapter title, right? So, we're going to click that and add it. That's it. Chapter title, same as style. That's fine. Create PDF bookmarks. That's fine. That's fine. Everything else here is fine. We're going to hit OK. We're going to drop that sucker in there. Look at that. So I'm going to delete this. And now we can make some changes because maybe don't want it to look like that. Okay. So but the main part about this function is, let's say, for example, for some reason, these move around. Okay, so let's go back and look at chapter 3. Okay, we noticed that chapter 3 was getting ready to start on the wrong side of the page, I believe. Let me check it out. Yeah, you see chapter 3 is starting on the left side of the page, which the left side of the page is the back page. So I don't want it to start there. I want it to start on the right side of the page. What did I do? I didn't add a page. I simply deleted that text there and it moved it over. Does that mean that I'm going to have to add pages at the end? No, it actually not in this example. It does not. Okay. So because I moved chapter 3 from one page to another, in another case, if I did not organize my table of contents the way that I just did, I would have to manually go back and fix it. But instead of doing that, all I got to do is go to layout and then hit update table of contents. Boom. And then I can just fix it. And you can also change and fix the table of contents in that initial setting that I showed you. And you can bring this down. It doesn't have to start all the way up there. Okay. We can go to, we're wrapping up soon, you guys. We can go there and go to table of content styles. I think that's no. Table of contents. Okay. I'm going to do no. Or maybe normal. Let's do normal and see what happens. Okay, boom, look at that. It updated it. So now it's normal looking text. We'll drop that down some. Boom. Okay. And there it is. And if you don't want your page numbers to start right after the title, you can change that too, baby, in the same area. Table of contents. Should have been way more options. There it is. When you hit more options, then it gives you more options, and you can you can change where you have the page numbers. You can even put no page numbers. I'm going to do after entry, so it will come after the title. And then boom, look at all those options for how you can place your page numbers. Tab, character, right indent, forest line break, blah, 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 blah. You can have that. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll do right indent tab. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, so it does that, but sometimes it goes over too far. So I'm going to hit delete. Let me zoom in. Can you see that? I'm going to hit delete. Delete. I'm deleting these little arrows. Delete. Again, boom. All right, now we got it. So there it is. And so I absolutely do save the table of contents for the end, because as you notice, when we are formatting the other pages and we are inserting the master pages and arranging our text according to our master pages, our pages will move. And so oftentimes I will save the table of contents for the end. It really doesn't matter. As you've seen, when we had moved chapter 3 around, it updated it. It updated the page number itself. And so that's why I recommend that you use that method instead of manually entering in the information or manually copying and entering anything. That takes way too much time. We're all about working efficiently. At least I'm all about working efficiently, cutting back on time where I can, to make sure that not only am I putting out or that I'm delivering to the author a great and professional looking book, but also that I can get to help other authors. If it's taking you weeks to design a book, we need to talk. Absolutely go back and watch the rest of this video. If you're just now tuning in, check it out. Otherwise, that's it. So, okay, let's go over. Let's just do a quick recap. All right. So we talked about setting up the document, right? We first pulled in the document, we placed it. We did not copy and paste. We're not copying and pasting anything. We're done with copying and pasting. From here on out, we're pulling in the document how it is. We're going to ask, if we're working with clients, we're going to ask for a Word document, a Google document, something that can be easily manipulated. A PDF sometimes is okay, but it makes it a little bit more time consuming. So if you can just get a Word document, work it out like that, that's going to be your best bet, again, to save yourself some time. From then, we set up our paragraph styles, and y'all, I might be going out of order, but you get the flow, right? So we set up our paragraph styles, which helped us with our chapter titles to make sure that our chapter titles are consistent. We also set up our paragraph style for our body text to make sure that all of our text is the same style as well. We designed our master pages, parent A, parent B, and parent C. Parent A was what we started with, just blank page. Parent C was what our parent C was our chapter titles, right? We just have these grid lines to help us discern like where we're going to start. This is where the chapter title is going to end. This is where the body text is going to begin. This is where the body text is going to end. This is the page numbers. Can these things be moved around? Of course. Of course. It's fully customizable. You can do what you want. And then C parent is the body text. We have the title of the book, the name of the author. These things, the headers can be changed to your liking. You don't even have to have them. Here, this grid line is showing you where we are starting the body of the book. So we're starting it here. We're leaving a little bit of white space, leave a little room to breathe. You can check out the professional books that you have at home for a better look at this. You might not want this there. You might want something else. That's fine. And then, okay, we have our page numbers down here at the bottom, along with the grid line that tells us where to stop our text. And then what we did, we had our stuff placed already. We just went and applied the parent pages, and we fixed the text that we already had placed in the beginning, and we structured it to fit that, and bam. From there, we will continue to manipulate the text that we have here for the sake of saving time. Again, I'm not going to show you chapter 3, but it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. And so I will save this. As I mentioned earlier, you can find this template. I will make this template available for purchase on my website in just a little bit. This will be made available to you. Right now it's in preview mode, so it's not up there on my website just yet. When it is, I will share the link to where you can purchase this in the description for you to go ahead and get it. It will consist of this replay. It will also consist of this file that I just created. Limited time launch discount. Y'all, $41 is not bad. You literally can start your book design gig foundation, publishing foundation from this video and from this template. I wish somebody would have told me or showed me or created something like this for me. It's going to be there on misswin.com underneath author guides. And so has everything there that you need to know about it, what you can do with it. It has information about who I am. If you're watching this and you're just like, Aurelia, this is not my jam, can you do it for me? Absolutely. This is something that I do every week. I'm working with independent authors and helping them to make sure that their book is designed in a beautiful and professional way. Here's some other author guides that you might be interested in, other author books that you might be interested in. And so absolutely check those out. Well, that's all I have for today. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I actually will be on Win Publications Live this time next week, sharing some of the updates. Y'all, I've been working so hard behind the scenes, updating stuff, planning these workshops to just give you the information that you need. Listen, the book publishing industry is worth, someone said $72 billion, but I don't know. The last time that I seen it was 36 billion. Anyways, it's in the billions. And so there's money to be made out here. If you're wanting to do it yourself, I'm working on creating more and more resources, more and more author guides, so that way you can do that. But know that you don't have to do it alone. If you're just loyal to self-publishing and you're just like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna take the time to learn how to do it, save some money. Hey, that's more power to you, okay? You do that and just know that I am here to help. All right. That's all I've got for today. Check me out this time next week at Win Publications on YouTube. I will be sharing some of the latest news that we've got going on there. Then I will be back. I want to show you all how to take this design that we just did for print and convert it to ebook. Y'all, it's so crazy. Some of the things that we've already done, it's going to be so helpful when we create our ebook. All right. Hit that bell, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.